Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live on the Long Island Sports Network from the town of Oyster Bay Skating Center, and it's Game 2 of the NYIHSHL Varsity Finals. Bethpage Eagles currently with a 1-0 series lead, and they're in their home barn tonight, despite being on the away bench, and they're going to be looking to close things out tonight. Bellmore Merrick Bulldogs on the opposite side. They're the home team tonight, and they're fighting for their lives here, looking to get the win and push things to a decisive Game 3, which would be Friday night at this very same arena. My name's Travis Quigley. Joining me on the call tonight is Luke Judge, and we'll also be joined by Coach Larry Hoffman of Half Hollow Hills. He'll be jumping on for the first period here, but we got Luke Judge with us right now. Luke's going to provide some analysis for this Game 2. Luke, happy to have you here, and it's going to be an exciting game. I think it's going to be back and forth like we saw on Monday nights. And for Bethpage, big 4-1 win on Monday, and now they're coming in here. They're going to have a packed home crowd, and they're going to be looking to close this thing out.
Yes, thank you, Travis. Yes, indeed, they do have a packed barn here tonight. They are in their home arena. They got their home fans here, and they're ready to roll. I mean, they got the first game under their belt, and I believe that they have all the momentum in order to get this done here tonight in their home barn. But let's start off here with Bethpage. I mean, they had a great game on Monday.
Yep, Monday night.
Sure, I'm losing track of days here. But, yeah, I mean, listen, they had a full 45-minute game played. They were hard on pucks. They kept up the intensity throughout the whole game. And in order to get this job here tonight, they just need to do exactly what they did on Monday. Hard on pucks and finishing hits. That was a great game plan for them. They kind of trapped the Bellmore Merrick breakout as well as the offensive zone. I mean, Bellmore Merrick didn't have one power play goal. They did a great job containing them from the outside, keeping the shots from the outside, keeping the Bellmore Merrick players out of the front of Bellisi, even though he's just been outstanding these playoffs. He's been sitting on his head all these games in the playoffs, and he's been so aggressive on the pucks, kind of making it known that to these players that are going up against him, hey, listen, I'm here, I'm going to be in front of you, and I'm going to stop every puck that I get. But in order for him to continue his game, Bethpage needs to also continue to keep players out of the front of the net, because Bellmore Merrick is here tonight to kind of stay into the excuse me, sorry, I'm rambling my words. Bellmore Merrick is going to look to stay here tonight and push this game to Friday, so you better, if I'm Bethpage, I know that they're coming out hard, but I just got to continue to do what I'm doing. And
as you move into that, Luke, moving into Bellmore Merrick Bulldogs, what do they need to do here to see another day, to live another day, and to push this thing into the decisive Game 3?
I mean, listen, I thought that they came out great in the first 5 minutes of the game on Monday night, but they kind of just lost their momentum. Bethpage kind of figured them out very quickly. Bethpage realized that they're a very skilled team, and they don't really like to get hit, especially in the game that I saw on Monday. I think that in order for Bellmore to get back into this game, they need to come out hard and fast in this game tonight and just start finishing their hits and kind of let Bethpage know that they're here too. They're here to play. They're here to play aggressive, and they're here to play fast, skilled hockey. Their puck control was good. I just think that their shots need to be more clear towards the net, especially on Bellisi. And like I said before, Bethpage does a great job of containing those guys in front of the net and putting those guys off to the side so Bellisi can see. But I really think that they need to do, Bellmore Merrick needs to do a better job of kind of just planting their feet in front and really just kind of holding their own in front of Bellisi in order to get that traffic in front. Their only goal was scored off the rush. And, you know, I watched it back. It was more of a high slot shot off the rush, but they had guys driving the net, and they had guys kind of, you know, crashing from both ends, allowing, I believe it was Drogan who scored the Drogan?
Nico Buglioni, I believe, was the one.
Buglioni, excuse me. Buglioni.
Off a pass from Nicholas Drogan.
Yes. Buglioni kind of shooting that off the rush in the slot, but he had guys kind of supporting him going to the net, kind of distracting Bellisi, which kind of threw him off a little bit, but allowed Buglioni to kind of send it right by him. But other than that, you know, they need to move Bellisi from side to side in order to get those going, and their power play definitely needs to improve. But I think what they can take from this Bethpage aggressiveness is that they can take advantage of that, because you know, they do have a lot of their top guys that play power play minutes. They also play PK minutes, so they can kind of tire them out and kind of slow the game down in order to kind of veer off from their aggressiveness during this game.
It's definitely going to be an exciting, jam-packed Game 2 here, NYIHSHL championship round. Bethpage, as we mentioned, with the 1-0 lead, and Luke, seats are already packed. We've got fans already packing up against the glass, and we still got some time left in warm-up, so it's definitely going to be a rocking atmosphere here in Bethpage tonight. And Luke, I want to give you an opportunity. Any final comments before we switch over to Coach Larry Hoffman and grab some analysis from him as he jumps on for some color commentary in period number 1?
Listen, I just wish the best of luck to both teams tonight, especially the seniors. I know what it's like. I've been here and I've been in this rink before. I've won a county championship here before. I've lost a county championship, and I know what it's like for these guys. So I just wish the best of luck, and I wish that all players put their best foot forward tonight, win or lose. Obviously, I like to say everybody have fun, but, you're here to go to war tonight, and you're here to put everything out there. And like I said before, I wish everybody the best of luck. So thank you, Travis.
Awesome. Thanks, Luke. And joining us in just a moment is going to be Coach Larry Hoffman. While we're there trading the headsets, I'll give you the starting goalies tonight for the Bethpage Eagles. Bethpage Eagles. Matteo Bellisi, he's got 3 starts in the playoffs, 3 wins. 1.33 goals against average and a 9.60 save percentage. 96% of his saves. He's been phenomenal for Bethpage here in the playoffs. Going for the Bulldogs, it's Joseph Braglia. 3 games as well for him. He's 2-1 in the playoffs. He's got a 1.66 goals against average and a 9.23 save percentage. As Coach Larry Hoffman joining us once again. He was with us in the second period of the first game, that JV game between Half Hollow Hills and Massapequa. And now joining us here for the finals, Bethpage versus Bellmore. Merrick, Coach, good to have you back on.
Thank you. It's good to be back on.
And I was talking to Luke a little bit before. Luke provided his analysis for the game. We called the game together on Monday night over in Long Beach, so we had a close-up bird's-eye view of that one. And you bring a different perspective to this one. We have the broadcaster's perspective, former player's perspective. You come in as a coach. You're a coach in this league with Half Hollow Hills. You've seen both of these teams throughout the season. What can you tell us about both sides, and what are you expecting here in this Game 2 tonight?
Well, we played Bethpage 5 times this season. We had 2 preseason games with them, 3 regular season games. So we know them very well. Every game was real close. Listen, Bethpage, 8-10, right? That's it. It's all about Stav and Lissica. And then Marola, 13's been coming on a lot as the season's gone forward. He's really improved. Bellisi in net is in my opinion, one of the top 2 goalies in the league.
Yep, Bellisi led the league, 11 wins in the regular season.
And, the captain, Jake Kelly, is a really good defenseman. Bethpage has a really strong defense. As I would say with both goalies, and we talked about in the prior broadcast, screens in front, deflections in front, rebounds, especially with Braglia on the Bellmore net. He's fast. He's quick. He makes a lot of really great saves. But I think he's a little young and a little small yet. Next year he'll be obviously much bigger. You got to screen in front, create havoc in front. I think that's the way you score on him. And Bellmore's defense is also really strong. Yeah. So you got to take advantage of your opportunities and create opportunities. Bellmore, I think, has a deeper team, top to bottom. But the 2 stars, arguably the 2 best players in the league are on Bethpage in Stav and Lissica. So Bellmore's got its stars, but they got the depth.
Yep, and that was something that we spoke about in our preview of this series. We did a little bit of a preview here at the Long Island Sports Network, looking over these 2 teams. And 2 of the things we highlighted are 2 things you just mentioned, goaltending and depth. And goaltending, we've seen both goaltenders on both sides of the ice are very, very good. And they can make the big save when they need to. But we've also seen Bellmore Merrick, they've got a lot of depth. They've had 14 of their 18 skaters score here in the playoffs, and that's excellent if you're a coach. I'm sure you love seeing those numbers.
Well, because you can roll your lines, right?
Exactly.
As opposed to playing, like with Bethpage, they probably really go lines 1 and 2 way more. Bellmore can roll their lines. I mean, you got like Lucci, who's a sophomore, I think, can handle a 3rd line on his own.
A lot of skill. And opening faceoff here in Game 2 is won back by Stavros Likarentsos. Kelly goes for Verdi, D-to-D, and Verdi elects to dump this one in behind the net. Picking it up, Nico Buglioni. He tries to center one. Picked up by Zinman, and now Drogan goes forward. Couldn't get it all the way into the zone, but Buglioni does. Kelly there to reset. Kelly had 2 goals for Bethpage on Monday night in Game 1. Verdi back behind the Eagles' net, and Matteo Bellisi moves it over to Jake Kelly.
Both those Kelly goals were really nice goals. He jumped into the play and got himself in beautiful position.
And something we talked about a little bit earlier on, too, you know, hockey IQ, sensing the play, making the right reads. You don't jump every time, you jump at the right time.
Exactly. And Braglia had no chance on either of those 2 goals. He had no chance. It was a beautiful play by Kelly on both of them.
Verdi keeps that puck in as both teams battling just to maintain a little bit of possession here. Puck comes across and now moving up the ice. Lucas Lucci. Lucci down the right wing side, dumps it in, gets his own dump, still carrying the puck. And still with it on the half wall. Takes some pressure from Kelly. Drops one off, but Kelly ends up getting possession of it. Kept in at the blue line by Liam Barkas. Now in front, Keane with the shot. Save there by Bellisi. Now in behind the net. Bethpage is able to come out with it, but it's kept in the zone, chipped at the net. Bellisi just steers to the side. Verdi picks it up now. Loses his footing a little bit, comes up the near side boards. McAuliffe is going to go back behind his net, though. And Verdi and Kelly have been out here almost 2 minutes, Coach. They're definitely looking to just get this thing out and get a change.
Absolutely. And both teams, you know, really aggressive forechecks for both teams, so it's hard to get changes sometimes.
McAuliffe walks in on the backhand, gets a shot, and he scores! 1 minute, 55 seconds into game number 2. And Jake McAuliffe gets the lead for the Eagles.
That's huge. Huge to get the first goal so quick. You know, rattle Bellmore's confidence a bit. But Braglia is a good goalie. He'll rebound and keep them in this game. And his dad, the coach, is, you know, maybe the best coach in the league, so he'll keep his team focused.
And I actually learned this the other day about Pat Braglia. Pat Braglia grew up in Bethpage, as did my father and his family, and my grandfather was the coach of Bethpage when Pat Braglia played in high school.
Oh, really?
So
That's
learned
great.
that the other day. Nice little fun fact.
It's a small hockey family on Long Island.
It really is. So 1-0 for the Eagles. Licorenzo's carries into the zone. Puck in the corner now. Cycled to the far side and going to pick this up, Evan Lenz. Lenz carries out now, but pressure from Marola forces a turnover, and Ryan Ribeiro has it now. Drops it for Licorenzo, stuck on the blue line, and swooping in to get that one, Chase Goldman, who dumps it into the zone.
Any goal Bethpage gets, it's not from Stavros.
As Licorenzo's shot gets blocked.
Or Lissica. It's huge that they get goals from other players. So that was a huge first goal.
And something we talked about, depth in the pregame. Seen it from both sides. As a battle on the half wall, puck is kept in the zone. Nice play there at the blue line by Nicholas Morgan. But the Bulldogs with a chance to carry it out of the zone now. Shot gets blocked by Morgan into the corner. Put back out in front by Luskoff, but nobody home. Pinching in, keeping it in was Nicholas Drogan.
This game started at a fast pace for both teams.
Definitely a fast pace. Now we're starting to see it even out just a little bit. I think that Bethpage goal definitely helps. As we see an icing there, Licorenzo's was just trying to get the puck out. Sent it down the boards and the full 200. So we're going to get a whistle face-off to the left of Matteo Bellisi.
What a luxury to be able to have Stav on one line and then send Lissica out right next. It's tough to defend that.
And they're both very good centermen. They play a 200-foot game. They're also good at the dot.
Very good face-off, both of them.
So,
my players, when they come back to the bench, they say, boy, it's hard to win face-offs against those guys.
And that's something, especially when you get to playoff hockey, face-offs become ever more important.
Yeah, puck possession is everything.
Puck possession is everything.
Especially when these teams fly around and forward check and back check.
So face-off to the left. Lissica won it, but it's in the middle now for the Bulldogs. Drogan gets a shot, gloved there by Bellisi.
Good save. Good save.
And, Coach, this is something that I mentioned throughout the broadcast on Monday, also throughout the semifinal game that I did for these guys. And Matteo Bellisi, something that I notice, he challenges every shot. He likes to get to the top of that blue paint, sometimes even coming out of that blue paint, because he wants to take the angle away for the shooter every chance he gets.
And I also think he doesn't give up a lot of rebounds, which is huge. It's huge.
Drogan walked there. What a save, Bellisi in the splits. Another shot and a save.
And he gave up a rebound there, and it was almost a goal.
What an athletic play there. Puck comes out of the zone off the backhander from Verdi. Bulldogs resetting now. Zinman with the puck. Thinks about going DDD, but sends it up the near side boards for Rolston. Rolston carries in front of his net. Pass forward for Drogan off the boards and off his stick. He gets it back in front of his bench, though. Sends it to the far side for Rolston. Rolston goes back to Drogan. 3-on-3 rush brewing here. Drogan with the shot. Screen there. Looked like it came off the shin pads of Zinman. Not sure if Belisi saw that one coming through.
Which is how you have to score against him. Screens and rebounds.
And that was something that Luke touched on in his pregame analysis. The one goal that Bellmore scored, it was off the rush, but it was with traffic going towards the net, cutting through, was making life difficult for him. So we see a bouncing puck, waved off, no icing there. Richardson's back to pick it up, stretches the ice for Drogan, but goes just under his stick. Could have been an opportunity there with Bethpage defenders changing. Wodeka has it, cuts to the middle of the ice. Marola has it, loses it, still in the zone, but Lissica picks it up and circles out. Lissica just maintaining possession, sends it high off the boards and out of the zone. Marola sends it back for Sheehan. Sheehan from Morgan. Morgan fans on the first attempt, gets it out on the second one. Looked like the puck might have got stuck in the linesman's feet there, so still a battle in front of the Eagles bench before it gets sent down to the Bulldogs' end.
Bethpage takes a lot of penalties throughout this year. So if I were Bellmore, I would be trying to get under their skin a little bit and maybe get some cheap power plays because Bethpage is susceptible to that.
And carried into the zone here, James Polini. That was something we saw on Monday, too. A lot of power play opportunities for both sides. As it vacates into the opposite corner, back down low to the front for Keene, and Keene couldn't get the backhander off. Thought about going to the point for Barkas. Maintains possession on the half wall, and his cycle attempt off the glass goes up into the netting. So a whistle, that faceoff's going to come outside.
Bellmore plays such a smart game. They're always moving without the puck. They're always in the right spot. Coach Braglia really has them always playing the right way.
And it, like you mentioned, it's a luxury where you have depth like that and you can roll the lines, and each line can play a similar style. So you're not breaking up from that system too much.
And
as Ribeiro uses his speed, almost gets a breakaway. We got the arm up. We're going to have a penalty here, Coach.
And their style wears the other team out. It really does, because as you just said, all three lines are going.
Shot gets blocked by Sheehan, goes into the corner. So delayed penalty coming up against the Eagles here. Puck on the near side boards. D-to-D pass. Skips and goes out of the zone. So Lenz with it, resets. Swinging back to pick it up was Drogan. Drogan with a one-handed deke. Puck still in the air. Possession not gained by the Eagles, so Drogan gets it back one more time. Carries in front of his own net, and his pass gets poked away. Whistle goes, and penalty coming up. Like you mentioned, Coach, it's going to be the first power play of the game, and it's going against the Bethpage Eagles. Looks like Ryan Ribeiro going to the box.
They also like to debate the calls a lot with the refs. We tell our players, we literally tell them, don't even speak to the refs. Don't even say hello. Just play your game. You get called, just go to the box. We will talk to the refs if we feel, especially some of these refs get a little testy. They don't, they want to be respected, and they're making the best calls they can make.
Power play chance here for the Bellmore Merrick Bulldogs onto the half wall. With it now, cutting low, Lucas Lucci cycles it in. Polini there behind the net now. Polini back to the half wall for Lucci. Lucci holds it for a moment. Up top now for Zinman. Zinman walks, takes the shot, moving screen in front. Puck still loose. Drogan with it now on the far side. Tries to cycle it down low. That one flipped out of the zone. And Coach,
Kelly just got hurt a little bit, it looks like. He's looking for a call. He's not getting it.
Looks like he's having a conversation there. Zinman carries up the ice now. He's going to enter the Eagles zone, looking to set things up. He puts the shoulder down, carries in behind the net now. Cycles it back down low. Looks like Rolston for the Bulldogs. Kept in by Polini. Polini for Drogan. Drogan takes a one-timer from an odd angle. That one doesn't find the net. Rolston cycles it low. Rolling up top now, Lucci. And Lucci gets the puck poked off his stick by Marco Lissica. Lucci circles back. Backhander up for Polini. Polini has to swing back to pick it up. He's got possession of it now. Just 45 seconds left on the power play. Lissica almost intercepted that one. Rolston carries into the zone. He gets a shot off. Sticked into the corner by Belisi. Kelly with a clearing opportunity. Lucci stops him. But Kelly picks it right back up. Carrying onto his backhand now. Chip off the boards for Licarenzos, but bounces over his stick, so Zinman's going to get there with Lissica chasing.
Bellmore won't concede the neutral zone, which I think is a good strategy playing against Bethpage with the talent they have. Really make them work the full ice.
200 feet down. Liska's going to get there. Tries to wrap around, loses it for a second. Stuff play doesn't go. Big save there by Braglia. Just 5 seconds left on the Bulldogs' power play. Pass across. Drogan has it. We're back to even strength. And like we saw on Monday, Eagles penalty kill stifling the Bulldogs.
And they had a good scoring chance shorthanded.
Coming forward now, Marola takes a hit. And he's still able to get that puck deep. Nice work there by Nicholas Marola. Bulldogs with a chance to break it out. Carrying it, Evan Lenz. Lenz comes across for Buglioni in his skates, but picking that one up and now dropping it off back for Buglioni. That was Keene. Shot comes through, doesn't get through, not enough muscle on it. Bouncing puck is kept alive. Nice play there by Lenz. Luskoff with it. One hands one into the corner. Morgan gets there for Bethpage. Marola now gets it out of the zone on a high saucer pass, but that one's going to go for an icing. 6 minutes, 13 seconds to go here in period number 1. And Bethpage Eagles with a 1-0 lead. It came just a minute and 55 seconds into this game. It was Ryan Ribeiro burying on his own rebound.
Bethpage defensemen are big. They have a big defense. I think that when Bellmore's breaking in, they should really just take shots and use the Bethpage defenders as a screen.
And that was something you mentioned in the previous game, Coach, and definitely a useful tactic. And that's a goal off the turnover. A quick stuff play. And Bellmore Merrick has tied this game up. Looks like it was Chase Goldman.
Playoff hockey, dirty goals. You got to get those dirty goals in front of the net.
We'll take a look at the replay here. So we catch that one. As I mentioned, Goldman just got the turnover there. Took a quick step out to the front, and it looked like he beat Belisi on the 5-hole. Belisi wasn't expecting that one to come right back at him. And Bellmore Merrick taking advantage of the opportunity given. They tie this game up.
That's all from the forecheck, right? Good forechecking, quick play, quick shot, right? Belisi wasn't prepared. He had nothing he could do. It's too quick.
Wasn't able to get set in time. Bellmore Merrick win the face-off back after scoring the goal. Dumped in there by Rolston to the far corner. Verdi's there to pick it up. He goes back to the same side it was dumped in from. And running into the official. Lissica's there to pick it up, though. Wodika has it after the chip from Lissica. He carries into the Bulldog zone. Puck in behind the net. Zinman gets it. Buglioni picks it up. Goes back down behind the goal line and sends a backhand wraparound to the far side. Lissica's there to get it. Sends it low. Wodika turns and fires one at the net. Saved by Braglia. Backhanded up the same side. Lissica knocks it down, walks to the middle, takes a backhand at the net. That one gets blocked by Zinman. And Rolston elects to skate it behind his own net. Passes it forward for Drogan. Drogan sauces one up. Bounces a couple times. Zinman gets it. Tries to make a dangle move, but Lissica's there to stop him. His pass attempt to go behind the net goes off Verdi's feet. So Rolston picks it up. McAuliffe there. Sends it back for Jake Kelly, and Jake Kelly with some space to work with. Dishes it for Wodika. Gets it right back. He carries in now. Rush opportunity for Bethpage. Gets poked off his stick by Brandon Richardson. Nice defensive play in the middle of the ice there. That one tipped in by Rolston. He just wants to get a change, but his defense were getting a change too. So Lissica stretches to the far side of the ice. Stops up with it. Tries to send one in deep. That one gets blocked by Lucci. Still in the zone. Lissica fighting for it. Walks in. Takes a shot. That one just wide on the blocker side of Braglia. Marola takes a hit in the corner from Palagiano. Puck is still down there. Marola gets up and kicks it, and Barkas goes to pick it up, takes it to the other side of the sheet where there was some vacant ice, and now Lucci can get the wheels turning. He goes in wide, takes a shot, rebound opportunity, but nice control there from Matteo Belisi, not letting it get out too far and able to cover it up quickly.
So that play I liked because it was a little bit of a screen from the defender, and Bellmore had a cutter, backdoor. So if there was a rebound, which is why I said before, Belisi doesn't really give up many rebounds. If there's a rebound, that's an easy tap in goal.
And that's why you have to apply that pressure and get in his face and get to the net with your stick down, because it's not going to come out often, so you got to be ready when it does.
And I don't think either team's going to beat either of these goalies from shooting outside.
It's going to be extremely difficult. Both these goalies have been excellent in these playoffs. Puck in front of the Bethpage bench. And a battle ensuing There's 4 Eagles and 2 Bulldogs in there. Eagles come out with it, but back in their own end. Morgan lost it in his feet for a second, but was able to get it out of the zone. Barkas has it now after the clear out from Corso. He goes off the boards, right to Morgan. Morgan across the ice for Corso. Corso's touch pass is intercepted. Coming back the other way is Bellmore Merrick. Out of the zone, and still fighting for the puck, Marola. Marola starting to circle back, takes some contact from Goldman, and overskating the puck there was Luskoff. Corso sends it back the other way. Bellmore Merrick regrouping in their end. High flip is gloved down by Licorenzos. Arm goes up in the neutral zone and down low. We got a penalty coming up here against the team in white.
Yeah, it looks like they came up high on Licorenzos there.
And can't debate it when both arms go up from both officials.
And now you get to see Lissica and Stavros on the ice together. Kelly at the point, Marola. Wadika's a good scorer. He feeds well off these other guys. It's a tough, potent power play.
And cross-checking the call, that goes against Vincent Palagiano.
This is a big, big moment for Bellmore. They need to kill this power play.
Big opportunity. And Bethpage, the away side tonight, but they're in their home rink. They're not playing like they're an away team.
Exactly.
Face-off is one back. Now Marco Lissica up top with it. Passes it to Marola. Marola on the backhand. His shot gets blocked. Battle in the slot. Shot, rebound. Braglia, glove save.
Really covered up that rebound nicely from lying on the ice.
Great job there from Joseph Braglia. And we were calling a game a couple weeks ago, and he made an initial save. Kind of got knocked over. Made a second and third save from his backside. So it shows the athleticism that he has.
And Monday night, too, he made a couple of saves like that. Where second and third save lying on the ice. He's quick.
Very quick, very
quick.
athletic.
Yep.
Bulldogs.
Gets a little bit more size. He's going to be the best goalie in the league very soon.
The potential is absolutely there. Bulldogs able to send it 200 feet, so Lissica goes and picks it up from Belisi, takes it behind his net, and passes it to Kelly on the breakout. Kelly tried to make a move, goes into the feet of Polini, but Lissica's there to pick it up. He enters the zone on the right wing side. Dangle move, flip at the net. That one went off the shoulder. Whacked back at the net by Marola and doesn't go.
You have to watch your chest. You can't let Lissica walk in like that. You have to watch his chest and keep him outside.
He's got the speed and he's got the skill. As another clearing attempt goes there from Bellmore Merrick. 1 minute, 5 seconds to go on the power play for Bethpage. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first period. Lissica carries through the middle, takes a hit from Lucci, but somehow finds a way to maintain possession. Dumps it in. It's going to wrap around. Wodika gives chase. Wodika takes some contact from Zinman. Up the boards now. Bellmore still trying to clear. And it's going to be Lucas Lucci. Gets it the length of the ice. Belisi comes out to send a far pass up to Lissica. Gets it to his own blue line, but Lissica's pass is turned over. Buglioni there to pick it off. Race for the puck now. Getting there first is Kelly. He chips it in. Zinman takes a slap shot, sends it up the far side boards in front of the Bulldogs bench, but Kelly keeps it in. Nice hustle there. Licorenzos picks it up after the Marola body check. Pass to Lissica. Lissica, no angle for the shot. Makes a move. Pass out front. Wodika can't get it to go.
Wodika usually very good at converting those.
Bethpage putting a lot of pressure on down low here, but the puck pops out, and it's a one-on-one opportunity for Drogan. Drogan on Kelly. He carries in, makes the move, and a nice play there from Kelly. Missed the body, but got the puck. And we're back to even strength. 1:05 to go. Pass across the ice for Licorenzos. It bounces over his stick. Another opportunity for the Bulldogs. Rolston cuts to the middle. Pass. Shot. Save. Belisi. Puck still loose. Tried to go 5-hole. It snuck free. Rolston goes through the seam for Drogan. Bounces his stick. He cycles it down low. Sheehan beats Buglioni there. Sheehan trying to carry it out. He just backhands one through the middle and gets it out of his own end. Rolston with it, but the puck is rolling, so Lissica gets it back, passes it over for Wodika, chips it in, 30 seconds to go in the period. Braglia trying to take a whistle, but no Eagles down there, so the ref tells him to play it. Cycled in behind, Evan Lenz with it. Tries to go cross ice, comes off the stick of Lucci. Eagles regroup, send it forward. McAuliffe gets it swiped off his stick, carrying it forward. Sean Keen's move doesn't go. McAuliffe with it once again. 10 seconds to go here in the period. McAuliffe walks in the zone, dumps it in, and that should do it as Richardson touches up, and he's just going to eat the puck here 1 period down, 2 to go. Score is 1-1 here at the Town of Oyster Bay Skating Center in Bethpage. Eagles opened up the scoring a minute 55 in. Bellmore Merrick able to respond on the turnover. It was Chase Goldman. And Coach, great first period from these two sides. I expect this game to get more exciting. Any final thoughts for us before you pass the headset back to Luke Judge?
I think both teams are playing exactly to their strengths. And if they keep this up, I think it's going to come down to the very end. I don't think we're going to have 4-1 like we had last game. I think this is going to be a very tight game.
No, and you can see both teams have tightened up. They must have gone back and watched some film on Monday night because this is a much tighter game. Right. They're sticking to their structure a little bit more.
Bellmore for sure. They're completely neutralizing the neutral zone. They're completely covering the neutral zone. It's making a huge difference. But again, you got to watch your chest. You can't let Licorenzos and Lissica come in and chase the puck. You got to angle them outside. And if they can do that, I think Bellmore can win the game.
Awesome. Well, Coach, I want to thank you once again for joining us tonight. That's Coach Larry Hoffman, Half Hollow Hills. Some great analysis and providing some perspective from the coach's side. Coach, one more time, thank you very much.
Thank you. It was fun. You're doing a great job.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it. Luke Judge coming back on for the second and the third period. We're live here on the Long Island Sports Network. If you like what we're doing here, please make sure you follow us on all of our social medias, Instagram, X, Facebook, and hit that subscribe button in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. 1-1 the score here. It's game number 2. Bethpage Eagles have the lead in the series 1-0. And we're getting ready for the second period. Both teams getting ready to line back up. Braglia and Belisi switch sides. We've got the team in white going left to right on this screen here in period number 2. The team with the gold and the blue trim going right to left. That's the Eagles. Just want to remind you, if you're joining us late, a minute 55 in. I said Ryan Ribeiro earlier. That was my mistake. Jake McAuliffe with his third of the playoffs. Like I said, 1:55 in. Made it 1-0 for Bethpage. Chase Goldman at 8:55. His first of the playoffs. Making it 1-1, and we are underway here in period number 2. Bellmore Merrick with the puck moving forward here. Lucas Lucci on a 3-on-2 rush. Pass goes across. Polini over to Keene. Keene with a spinning shot. That one is saved by Belisi. Great passing play there from the Bellmore Merrick Bulldogs. Getting an opportunity 16 seconds in. And Luke Judge, want to welcome you back here. He was with us during game number 1. He was with us for periods 1 and 3 of the JV game earlier, and now back with us for the rest of this one here tonight.
Thank you, Travis. It's good to be back.
Keene wins the draw over Lissica, and Zinman backhands one into the zone. Keene tips it in behind the net. Kelly's there to pick it up, though. Comes out of the zone. Zinman's there to pick it up. Marola applying some pressure. Off the boards. Nice play by McAuliffe to take it off the stick. Lissica pokes it forward. He carries into the zone. Cuts to the middle. Lissica's shot saved by Braglia. In the corner now. Marola with it. He gets some pressure applied on him by Richardson. Puck comes out of the zone with Sean Keene. McAuliffe with a nice back check. Knocks the puck off Keene's stick, but doesn't go all the way out of the zone. Zinman sent one at the net, but that was stopped up. Lucci keeps it in, though. Gloved down by Kelly. Kelly now walks over the red line. Takes a poke check from Polini, but he's able to backhand it back into the zone. Brandon Richardson skating to pick it up in the far side corner. A high flip just gets out of the zone per the linesman as Kelly gloved it down right at the blue line. We get an offside call a minute and 12 into period number 2.
Actually, Travis, he's going to take Kelly to the box right now. Bellmore Merrick has been doing a good job of matching that Bethpage intensity. But like I said earlier, Bethpage came out last game hitting guys. The aggressiveness is key here for them. And Bellmore Merrick has been doing a great job matching that intensity, matching those hits, and matching the aggressiveness in those corners, kind of drawing the Bethpage players, for example, Kelly, to kind of react to those situations. And, you know, listen, sometimes you get caught in those situations and you know, you can only do what's best for you in those situations. But, you know, we're back on the power play here for Bellmore Merrick.
Bulldogs won the faceoff. Shot by Zinman, deflected by Polini, doesn't go. Great opportunity there early on. Pass back door. Lucci's one-timer goes just wide. Puck on the stick of Marco Lissica. Rolston applying pressure. He cycles it back for Sheehan. Sheehan with some space, and he is unable to get that out of the zone. Nice play keeping it in. Pelini. Rolston in the corner, up to the point for Drogan. Drogan walks, shot, rebound, back door. Another shot up into the netting, deflected, and the Bulldogs getting their chances here early on in this power play. And Luke, we were at the game Monday. We called the game. Couldn't get much going then. First power play they had in the first period, had a tough time getting things going. But now, this looks like the Bellmore Merrick that we have seen throughout the season on this power play, working the puck and getting some shots through.
Yeah, agreed, Travis. I mean, they're doing a good job of settling the puck down and shooting in the lanes that they're able to, you know? Like, they're not just really just throwing the puck on net. But like I said earlier, they're doing a good job of getting in front of Belisi, but
another shot and a rebound. That one came off the glove of Belisi from Rolston.
I mean, you got to give it to Belisi, though. He just still looks so calm, cool, and collected back there in that blue paint.
Very confident. Morgan sends one off the boards. Lissica there to pick it up. Almost a 2-on-1 opportunity. Excuse me, that was Licarenzo. So almost a 2-on-1 opportunities between Licarenzo and Lissica. Lissica still battling for it with Pelini. Pelini wins it, though. Moves it forward for Rolston. He carries it on Morgan. Cuts to the middle. Shot. Scores! On the power play, Colin Rolston. 2-1, Bulldogs.
Beautiful attacking technique there by Rolston. I mean, listen, Lissica did a great job kind of containing that blue line, kind of drawing the Bellmore Merrick power play to kind of get bunched up there. But Rolston kind of just came in and picked it up himself, kind of drove into the zone there and just kind of caught Morgan back on his feet. Little bit of a big gap in between them, and Rolston just kind of creating some space for himself to cut to the middle and get that shot right through and right past Belisi. He never saw it coming.
And you see on the replay, we got you that great view from our camera that's sitting behind the net of Matteo Belisi. Once Rolston cut to the middle, he had Belisi moving. He put it back the other way, and it was a nice low shot that snuck under his glove. Gives his side the 2-1 lead and the first lead in this final series for the Bulldogs. So this is definitely going to fire them up.
And Travis, like I said, if you're going to score on Belisi, you got to make him move, and you got to kind of get guys in front of him. Rolston did a great job there, like we said before, cutting to the middle, but also using Morgan as a screen, but also moving Belisi at the same time, kind of killing two birds with one stone there.
Great job there and a great shot from Rolston. But Eagles right back on the hunt here, looking to respond. Wodica behind the net with it. Takes some pressure from Lenz, who backhands it up the boards. Buglioni stops up with it, goes back behind his own net. Lenz sends it up the far side. And a battle ensuing. Puck comes up and out of the zone. Looked like it was flipped out there by Keene. And it went all the way down for an icing.
Couple of hard hits there by Bethpage. You can see now they're starting to really ramp up their intensity even more. Like the first game, they kind of had all the intensity, but now that Bellmore Merrick is starting to match them a little bit, they're trying to take it to another level and really kind of get Bellmore Merrick back on their heels and kind of put them where they really want them to be for Bethpage to kind of get back in this game and back on top.
Both sides making wholesale changes there. Lissica trying to go forward, unsuccessful. Puck comes out of the zone. It's an opportunity for Bellmore Merrick. Amax Vitale with it on the outside, sends one to the middle. Nobody home. Verdi there for the Eagles, intercepts behind his net now. Vitale tried to go up to the point. Lissica intercepts. Now Ribeiro with the puck. Gets it knocked off his stick, but he's going to still touch it first. Sends it into the zone. Liam Barkis is there. Rolston chips one to the middle, intercepted by Kelly. Kelly takes a hit and makes a pass across for Ribeiro. Ribeiro with a shot and into the glove of Joseph Braglia. And I'm sure if you're Braglia, Luke, you'll take those all day long. Shots from the outside, no screen, nobody driving the net, making life too difficult for you. Goalie, I think 10 out of 10. He wants those.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, listen, like we said in the analysis we gave before the game, in the first game, Bethpage was all in front of Braglia, and Bellmore Merrick has been doing a great job of keeping those Bethpage players to the outside, and he'll let the defenseman have those guys take those shots all day long.
Puck comes out of the zone. Nico Buglioni with a nice glove play to knock it down. Drogan sends it back for Richardson. Richardson tries to go across the ice, but Lissica catches it out of the air. He cuts into the left wing side, but lost possession. Back out wide to the left wing side for the Bulldogs. Shot from Drogan into the glove of Belisi, and he'll take the whistle. 4 minutes, 34 seconds gone here in the second period. Remind the fans at home that the teams do get an ice cut after this second period, something that was implemented for playoffs. An ice cut for all playoff games following the second period. So both sides will get a trip to the locker room and a fresh sheet of ice following this. Bethpage trying to get the puck out now. Kept in by Lucci, but forced out by McAuliffe. Delayed offsides is finally touched up, so Sheehan goes up the near side boards for Wodeka. Wodeka elects to go back where Sheehan was. Takes a hit there from Pelini. Puck still in the corner. Sheehan went back to help out. Pinching in and keeping it in was Grillo. Up to the point for Pelini. Pelini's pass, though, bounced and comes out of the zone. Evan Lenz there. Lenz sends it back in. Morgan is back there, so no icing going to be called. Morgan makes a move around Keene and Pelini and gets it out of the zone. Sent back in, so Nicholas Morgan of Bethpage is there to pick it up once more. Wraps it around the boards. Lenz pinches in, keeps it in the zone. Lucci there, but Morgan pokes it away from him. And Morgan is clearing attempt is turned over by Lenz. Lenz carries into the corner. Walks out, pass to the front. Kicks through to Lucci. Lucci rolls up. Nice cut back there. Lucci to the net. That one off some feet and into the corner. Grillo keeps it alive. Down for Lucci. Up the half wall, kept in the zone by Pelini, but Pelini loses the handle, and Wodeka's going in on a breakaway. Wodeka, shot, save, Joseph Braglia.
Great pinch there by Wodeka, just jumping up on his defenseman, and great job just kind of getting in the lane there. Unfortunately, Bellmore Merrick just kind of fumbled the puck on the blue line, but Wodeka coming in, nice move, good speed, just kind of testing Braglia on that breakaway, but Braglia kind of just standing tall and kind of using that same technique we've seen Belisi use. He's kind of coming out
there, yeah.
Aggressive, just showing guys, hey, I'm here too. But on that kind of play, you want to just kind of see the forwards kind of, maybe make a little head fake, kind of like show the aggressiveness as well, like me and Travis were talking about earlier.
I think that was a smart play by Tyler Wodeka. He felt the back pressure there, felt he wasn't going to be able to get a deke off, so it's better to get the shot off than anything else. Shot comes through on the screen and blockered and covered up by Matteo Belisi. So a chance for the Bulldogs there, and the Bulldogs, Luke, have a lot of life behind them. And it seems like they've been pedal to the metal since they scored that second goal.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Travis, we talked about it before the game. You're coming into a game where it's do or die. You got seniors and family and friends here to watch, and you're soaking all this in. But you also got a championship to play for. So, like I said before, it's do or die for this Bellmore Merrick team.
Puck kept in by Drogan. Drogan's shot is gloved by Belisi, trying to use Verdi as the screen there. 2-1 this game. As we just mentioned, Bellmore Merrick in the lead. Colin Rolston with the go-ahead goal. 8 minutes and 18 seconds remaining here in the second period. Lissica steps in for Bethpage. Trying to go forward was Drogan, but Lissica stops him up. Verdi's chip out doesn't go. Kept alive there by Rolston, the goal scorer. Kelly stops up behind his net. Stretch pass for Lissica, connects at the red line. Now Lissica enters the zone with the puck. Little backhand pass, finds Marola, but his shot went just wide. Lissica's shot gets blocked. That was a really nice pass there by Lissica. Verdi backhands one in the neutral zone. It's still a battle for it in front of the penalty boxes. Lissica comes out with it. He's going down the left wing side wide. Puts it into some space and goes and gets it. Pass to the point, gets deflected there by Buglioni. Buglioni forward for Rolston. It's a 3-on-2 rush with Lissica back checking. Pass for Buglioni. His shot goes just wide. Drogan cycles low. Buglioni gets it knocked off his stick. Pinching in, but unable to keep it in. Now Lissica moving forward, but a nice back check from Noah Zinman takes the puck back for the Bulldogs. Marola intercepts his pass. Lissica with it once more. He moves it up to the point. Sheehan walks in. His shot gets through. He scores! Looks like it got deflected in front.
Yeah, Marola.
Marola coming down the line. He ties it up for the Eagles.
Perfectly executed play, Travis. It's what we've been talking about this whole series between these two. I mean, listen, Lissica gets it down deep, moves it around a little bit, low to high, gets it to the point. They throw it to the front, and Marola is there to just kind of give that a nice tip in front, right in front of the blue plane of Braglia. He doesn't see anything coming. Back of the cage, and we're back tied 2-2.
And you look at the replay, Marola right in front of the eyes of Braglia made it really difficult for him. And then add the deflection to that, makes it even harder for the Tendy in the cage. So we got a tie game here. Bethpage, they felt the pressure from the Bulldogs, and they responded back themselves. Puck goes in deep now from Lapertosa. He's given chase on Palagiano. Palagiano stops up, takes it back behind his net, passes it forward for Pellini, who backhands one high and out of the zone. Sheehan has it, sends it off the boards. Pellini gets it, though. Forward for Lucci. Lucci given chase. Kept in by Pellini, who walks into one. Licarenzo's there with the stick lift. Takes that puck back. Still in the zone here in front of the Bulldogs bench. But Nicholas Morgan gets it back, sends it the length of the ice, and just gets over the goal line. It's going to be an icing against Bethpage. So we get a face-off to the left of Matteo Bellisi. 6 minutes, 28 seconds to go here in period number 2. This game's tied up at 2. And Luke, something that Coach Hoffman mentioned before he left the broadcast is he said this game's gotten a lot tighter. Both teams playing with a little bit more structure, especially Bulldogs coming off of that loss on Monday. And it's going to be a dogfight to the finish here.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with him. He said it all.
Battle in the corner, coming out with it. Goldman, another opportunity in front for Vitale, doesn't go. Luskoff with it behind. He backhands one at the net. Another shooting opportunity, saved by Bellisi. It's on the back of the cage. Vitale battles for it. It's out front. Luskoff shot blocked in front by Lissica. Eagles get it out of the zone. Marola picks it up off of the bad bounce off of Richardson's skates. Lissica forces the turnover. He walks in. Pass to the front. Marola on the back door doesn't get it. Cleared away by Richardson. And I think Braglia might have gotten a piece on a poke check there.
Looked like Whitaker tried to kind of put that through his legs and just bury it past Braglia.
Maybe even a little drop pass, but now a 4-on-2 rush. Shot comes in from Luskoff. Saved by Bellisi, frozen up. And what back and forth action there, Luke, as both teams getting an opportunity off the rush and trying to take advantage of the turnovers when they get them.
Yeah, and I like how we're seeing a lot of scrums in front of the net. It's just that more exciting when you see a lot of guys just hacking away at pucks. We talked about it in the first game. Both of these teams are just puck-hound warriors, just going to the front of the net, just keep digging and digging and digging, trying to bury something back behind each of these goaltenders. And these goaltenders are doing a great job just standing there calm, cool, and collected and collecting pucks one after another.
Lissica wins the faceoff. We said at the preview of this series, it's going to be a goaltending and a depth battle, and we have been treated to that. Turnaround shot from Rolston almost goes. Bellisi standing tall, making the save in the butterfly. And a little bit of extracurriculars going on there, so linesman quick to step in. Another face-off, doing it again to the left of Bellisi. Had the last couple down in the Bethpage zone. And it's been a little bit more even on faceoffs tonight as well, Luke. Both sides getting their fair share of wins in the dot.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. It's been a good battle between the dots, and that's really key. We talked about that a lot too, Travis. Puck possession, especially in championship situations or scenarios, puck possession is very key. Just hopping on the puck early and getting that possession and being able to make the first play before the other team is able to get a handle on it.
Out of the zone, 2-on-1 rush here for the Bulldogs. Buglioni down the left wing side, passes across off the side of the net on Rolston's one-timer. He goes back to the back door, but that one skips over the stick of Drogan. Verdi trying to get it out, kept in by Rolston. He sends one at the net. That one goes over the head of Nico Buglioni, but kept in by Grillo. Pass to the front, goes off the stick of Buglioni and off the side of the cage as well. Battle in the corner, McAuliffe and Grillo. Licarenzos and Rolston join it, and Verdi gets it behind his net now. He goes off the boards, doesn't come out. Kept in by Grillo. Whistle on the play, we've got a penalty coming. Interference, the call. And it's going against the Bulldogs. Nicholas Drogan headed to the box. Big opportunity here for the Eagles. And while we got a whistle here, Luke, you got to give credit to both fan bases here. Both have been loud. They have been supportive of their teams. I look over at the Bellmore Merrick student section. I don't think they've sat down all game.
Yeah, those guys aren't sitting down, that's for sure.
A lot of energy in the building tonight. Both teams looking to get the win here. Eagles want to celebrate with their fans. Bellmore Merrick want to give their fans something to cheer about and somewhere to go Friday night. Eagles setting up on the power play. Lissica up top, moves it over for Licarenzos. On the right wing side, Licarenzos thought about going to the middle. He elects to walk down low, wants Wodeka to vacate into the corner. He goes back up for Lissica. Lissica pass jumps over Licarenzos' stick, so he just elects to cycle it low. Wodeka moved it to Marola. Marola out front for Licarenzos, but that one's deflected by Pellini. Lissica pinches to keep it in. Arm up again, so we're getting another penalty going against the Bulldogs here. Licarenzos has it up top, over for Kelly. Kelly steps into one, his shot goes wide. Licarenzos with possession once more, comes out of the zone. Giving chase was Lucci, and if there wasn't a delayed penalty there, Luke, I think Lucas Lucci would have had a shorthanded breakaway.
Yeah, definitely. I figured it was a little bit of a cross-check in front of the net there. So, you know, those, you got to do what you got to do to have Braglia see what's coming to him here. I mean, listen, Bethpage does a great job of getting in front of the net. We saw before that game-tying goal from Marola. He's just standing in front of the net. No one's touching him. But you know what? Listen, you're going to get called for something, especially if you're kind of just hacking at guys left and right in front of your goalie. But, hey, listen, you got to do what you got to do. You just got to be careful and make sure and be mindful of, you know, when the referee is watching. I mean, obviously, you know, I'm not promoting cross-checking to the back in front of the net, but hey, listen, this is championship game here. I'm doing that any day of the week.
Tough time, though. Already down 5-on-4. Lissica walks in. He gets a shot. That one goes wide. Licarenzos there. Keeps it alive. Walks to the middle. Gives it over for Kelly. Kelly, 2 goals in game number 1. Back for Licarenzos. Licarenzos and Lissica switch spots. Lissica now calling for a switch with Kelly. Goes down the left wing boards. He takes a shot short side. Braglia with the save. Rebound pops out. And now it's Lucas Lucci carrying it forward. 40 seconds still on the 5-on-3. Lucci beats his man wide, and he draws a penalty. What an individual effort from Lucas Lucci. Luke Judge, please give me the analysis on that, because listen, down 5-on-3, it's risky enough carrying the puck forward.
I was just going to say that. It's an interesting take from Lucci, but hey, he drew the penalty. I mean, he's one of their top guys for Bellmore Merrick. We've seen in game 1 and throughout the season that he can do it all. He can make plays happen on the blue line when, you know, obviously not promoting that, but listen, like, you know, if you get a guy like Lucci who's very highly skilled and very fast, he can draw those penalties when guys are really trying to catch up to him, and that's what just happened. Kelly kind of got caught flat-footed, kind of transitioning there, and just gave him a little bit too much of a hook, and now they drew a penalty, and now it's 4-on-3, so they got a lot of ice to use here.
And it's gonna be 4-on-3 for 37 seconds. Then we'll move into 4-on-4 hockey as shot was taken there by Buglioni. Rebound goes behind the net for Marco Lissica. So Eagles still on the power play for another 25 seconds. Then we'll move to 4-on-4 hockey. We'll get that for about 50. Lissica comes in wide, cuts to the front, backhand, save Braglia. Rebound still loose, poking at it Marola. Whistle goes, covered up by Braglia. Linesman jumping in.
And here we go.
Game starting to pick up.
Oh yeah. Listen, that's another guy, Lissica. You give him a lot of space and time with the puck, he's gonna go to the net. You know where he's going. He's not too shifty in the middle, although we've seen that a couple of times, kind of giving off some drop passes to Marola, Wodeka, and Luke. Excuse me, I mispronounced his name. Licarenzos. I'm sorry, buddy. I keep mispronouncing your name, but you know he likes to draw guys to the middle and draw guys wide, and he uses his speed and size to get in front of Braglia and make those nice shots.
Marola walks to the middle, pass for Lissica, slap shot. That one gets through, saved by Braglia. Good job standing tall there. Puck behind the net. Marola gets it. He's looking to move it up top for Lissica. Lissica goes to the back door. Braglia with the stick save. Whistle because the net came off.
What a great look by Lissica there down low, just kind of grabbing that puck at the top of the blue line, taking his time for a moment, just looking, waiting for a shot, but he saw all four of those defenders from Bellmore Merrick kind of pinching up on him and found.
There's Marola on the back door.
Okay. All right. Finding Marola on the back door, almost burying it back on Braglia, but kind of forcing it too much there and pushing the net off. Looked like Braglia kind of got pushed into a little bit, maybe kicked it off, but
potentially. But looks like they're taking an extra second here just to reset those pegs, because this net has been coming off a decent amount. We saw it in the first game, and now we're seeing it here in this one. We are back to 4-on-4 hockey. Drogan came out of the box, so Richardson in the box for another 44 seconds, and then it'll be about a 38-second power play for the Bulldogs. That was a nice save there by Braglia as the Bulldogs try to carry it out, but it was in the feet of Lucci, so Marola steals it, carries into the zone. Seam pass through for Lissica, jumps over his stick, but he's going to slow the play down here with a little head fake, cuts in wide. Doesn't like what he saw, so he cuts back to the half wall, sends one at the net, turned into the corner by Braglia. Licarenzos wins it back on a battle with Lenz. Eagles bench a little irate, looking for a call. Coach is telling them, take it easy, boys. We'll get it. Still 4-on-4 hockey here for another 2 seconds. Richardson's coming out of the box, and the Bulldogs going on the power play now. They've got 30 seconds to work with here. Puck's in their own end. Evan Lenz picks it up, drops it back for Drogan, but Drogan with a lot of pressure coming from Marola. Drogan with a little shifty toe drag there. Puck's rolling, still finds it. Cuts to the middle now, drops one off for Lucci. Lucci with a nice move, back the other way. Tries to get a shot. That one gets blocked by Lissica. Rolston there to pick it up. Drogan has it. Back down the half wall for Rolston. He tries to pass it for Lucci. Intercepted in front by Marola. Clearing attempt kept alive. Down the half wall for Rolston. Rolston through the middle. All the way across for Lenz. Lenz cycles it in low. Back to the far corner for Rolston. He loses it after the hit from Marola. Marola sends it off the boards and out of the zone, looking for Lissica on the stretch pass. But a nice defensive play from Noah Zinman stops him up. Zinman carries in wide now. Zinman loses the footing and the handle of the puck. Comes out of the zone. It's a 2-on-1 rush. Lissica with the puck. Dishes to Licarenzos. Licarenzos shot. Big save. Braglia rebound just sitting there waiting for somebody to pick it up. Noah Zinman puts it off the boards, but takes a funny hop. Oh, no, excuse me. That was Lucci off the boards. Little reverse hit by him. Zinman there now. Chips it off the wall for Rolston. Rolston to the middle, and Barkas has it. 3-on-2 rush, 4-on-2 rush. Keene with it. Backhands pass is sticked away. Nice defensive play there by Sheehan. Rolston gets the puck taken off his stick by McAuliffe. 4 seconds left, sent all the way down, and that one took a funny hop off Braglia, who turned it into the corner. And end of 2. We are tied at 2. It's been a great contest here so far. Luke, going into this intermission now. We're getting the ice cut. This is something we talked about, previously during the quarterfinals and the semifinals. We spoke about this ice cut, how it could play a role. And now it's a 2-2 game. You got 1 period to go if you're the Bethpage Eagles. 1 period. Potentially 1 goal, you can call yourself champions. If you're Bellmore Merrick, you got 1 period. You got to get this lead, and you got to maintain it and shut the Eagles down, shut their firepower down, and hold them off, fend them off to make sure you get that game on Friday. Yeah, I mean, I've loved every minute of this game so far. I think both teams are putting everything out on the line right now. And, going into this intermission, it is tied 2-2. So you kind of got to just kind of wipe those goals away. From me personally, I'm wiping the board off the table, kind of just making it 0. Clean slate. You're going nothing in the third.
Yeah, 0-0 going into the third. It's a whole new game. You can wipe off anything. Game. Yeah, exactly. Going into the third, wipe off anything that's bad. Kind of regroup yourself if you're not really having a great game. You're just kind of pucks are bouncing, whatever it may be. You're coming out into a tie game. I mean, it's not like one guy has a lead or the other team has the lead. It's just a clean slate, and I think it's a perfect opportunity to see more hockey. And I I don't really have anything else to say besides, I'm looking forward to the third, and I'm really looking forward to see who comes out on top here because both teams are playing great. I love the intensity. I love the pace of the game. Back and forth hockey. What's better than this? Both goalies are playing great, and both teams are playing great. I really think that what we spoke about before the game, we're really seeing it now in these first two periods, and I'm looking forward to the third. I'm going to leave it at that.
It's going to be real exciting. Both teams going to look to take advantage of the opportunity that's been presented to them. 15 minutes left in game number 2. Bethpage looking to close out this series with a sweep and looking to go home tonight, calling themselves champions. The Bulldogs are going to look to push right back and do what they can to force a game number 3 on Friday night. If you joined us late, we're going to give you a quick recap of the scoring. Then we're going to take a quick break before we come back for period number 3. But in the first period, Jake McAuliffe, 1 minute and 55 seconds in, he scored his third of the playoffs. Chase Goldman tied it up at 8:55. That was his first, so something we touched on. That Bellmore Merrick depth coming in clutch in the first. Colin Rolston on the power play, 2:29 in. That was his second of the playoffs. And then at 7:48 of the second period, Nicholas Marola scored off of the deflection, his fourth of the playoffs. Penalties definitely been a factor through the first 2 periods. I'm sure that the teams will try to tighten things up and clean up their games as we move into the third. But we're going to take a quick break here on the Long Island Sports Network. We're going to be right back in about 10-15 minutes following this ice cut, and we're going to bring you the action for period number 3 here at the Town of Oyster Bay Skating Center.
stuck with it. I just loved it. I love the look. My dad, have you ever, I don't know if you noticed, my dad dips.
Back live on the Long Island Sports Network, Game 2, NYIHSHL Finals. Bethpage Eagles hold the series lead 1-0, looking to close it out here tonight. Bellmore Merrick looking to force Game 3 on Friday. It's 2-2 as we get set for period number 3. Travis Quigley, I'm joined by Luke Judge. Luke's been giving some awesome analysis throughout this game, and as he said before we took a break during intermission, this is going to be a tight third period, right, Luke?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said before, coming into this third period, it's a clean slate, tied 2-2, but I think most players are coming into this third period thinking it's 0-0. It's a brand new game, one last period to go. Bellmore Merrick fighting to extend their season to Friday, and Bethpage is 15 minutes away from a championship. So we shall see how this third period plays out. Both teams have had high intensity throughout the first two periods, and I look forward to seeing that the rest of this game in this third period for 15 minutes.
Opening face-off in the third is won back by Marco Lissica. Verdi skates backwards and goes D to Kelly. Ice looks still a little bit wet here. Stops up. Rolston has it. Cuts to the middle. He turns, gets a shot, and that one is gloved by Belisi. If you're joining us late for this broadcast, we had 2 goals in the first period and 2 goals in the second, each side with 1 apiece. Jake McAuliffe opened up the scoring a minute 55 in. Chase Goldman with his first of the playoffs tied it up. Colin Rolston of the Bulldogs made it 2-1, giving them their first lead of this series. And then Nicholas Marola on a deflection tied things up in the second. That's how we got here. That's how things stand currently. Bulldogs win the faceoff and keep the puck in the zone. Lissica has it, chips it up for Marola. Marola goes to the far side for McAuliffe, who's got some space to work with. He chips it in as he takes a hit from Zinman. It's Brandon Richardson with the puck, sending it to the far side for Zinman, his defense partner. Lost it in the feet, cuts to the middle, takes a body check. Pass to the front from Drogan into the feet of Buglioni. Zinman, the defenseman, stays on the forecheck, helping out Drogan. Now Rolston swoops in to pick up the puck. Goes up to the point for Richardson. Richardson takes a step in, no screen though. Belisi saves that one easily in the glove. Just 59 seconds gone here.
Powerhouse minute here for the Bellmore Merrick Bulldogs, kind of taking advantage early, getting some quick shots on Belisi. Now coming up with the puck is, couldn't make out a name there.
Licarensos with it, circles, and he gets some pressure applied on him by Lucci. Lucci steals it for a moment, but Licarensos finds it back. Now getting it is Sheehan. Sheehan moves it forward, and Wodeka carries in, chips it into the zone. Fighting with Grillo for it. Puck in some feet. Still looking to walk out with possession. Now up to the point for Sheehan. Sheehan's shot goes into the far corner. Grillo slides in to pick it up. Gets over the red line and dumps that one in. Bulldogs going for a change with their forwards. Sheehan behind the net. Goes up the half wall to Wodeka. Goes through the legs there of Licarensos, and now the Bulldogs get that one deep. It's Amax Vitale. Kept in there by Luskoff. And now it's Goldman with it. Goldman scored his first of the playoffs tonight. Carries behind the net, finds Vitale. Vitale's one-timer is saved by Belisi. Kept in at the blue line. Off to the back door for Vitale. He cycles it in behind the net for Luskoff. Luskoff walks out. Tries to send one to the back of to the back door, but fanned on it, so Lissica picks it up and skates it out of the zone. He tries to take it wide, takes a hit from Barkas and some back pressure there from Luskoff. It's a battle in the corner for the puck. 2 Eagles, 2 Bulldogs in there. Luskoff waiting for something to kick out. Lissica comes out with it, turns and fires, saved by Braglia. Barkas in the corner with it, uses the boards, chips the puck out. Carrying it now is Goldman. Goldman with a lot of pressure on him, makes a move with the blue line, and that's going to be offsides.
Just a couple extra stick handles there. drawing his guy offside. Had some speed there, could have created something, but, you know, those extra stick handles at the blue line, they'll get you, and now they're facing off outside of the zone. But good pressure here from the Bulldogs to start the period. But, you know, Bethpage kind of struggling to get the puck out within the first couple minutes, but they're battling back. They got a couple nice shots there off that little scrum in the corner there. You like to see those every now and then, right, Travis?
Oh, yeah. Face-off one back by Marco Lissica. McAuliffe has it now entering the zone. Nice dangle there, but couldn't complete it as Barkis comes in to pick up the puck. Slides one to the middle for Buglioni, who goes across the ice for Rolston. Bulldogs on the rush. Rolston looking to the back door, just out of the reach of Nico Buglioni.
Great nifty look there. I thought he was going to shoot that.
Bulldogs getting their chances early on here in the third period. It's a 2-2 game. Puck goes all the way down the ice, and it's going to go for an icing. Kelly just trying to flip it out. Took a couple hops, sent it all the way down. Bethpage completing a change here.
Yeah, give those guys a rest. They've been out there for quite a while.
So we see the Stavros Likarentsos line coming out. He'll step into the circle to face off Nicholas Drogan. Drogan trying to go forward with it, but it goes right to Verdi, who was standing behind Likarentsos. Kept in at the blue line, but Likarentsos able to skate it out now. Ribeiro with the puck, chips it in deep, goes and gets it. Barkis giving chase. Barkis has it now. Him and Ribeiro fighting for possession. Stick lift from Rolston knocks it away from Wodica, and Drogan carries out of the zone now. Enters the Eagles' end. Shot looked like it might have gotten deflected, but goes right into the glove of Belisi. Score stays tied 2-2 here. We've got 11 minutes, 10 seconds to go in regulation.
Yeah, and Travis, like we mentioned earlier, Bellmore Merrick was doing it to Bethpage, kind of making them shoot from the outside, and Bethpage is starting to do that now, kind of bringing those gaps a little bit closer to those Bellmore forwards and having them shoot from the outside. And it's kind of giving Belisi a little bit more of a comfortability start to this third period, kind of touching pucks.
Grillo's shot doesn't get through. It got blocked, but a backhand from Keene gets through. It's in the corner now, rolling up the half wall. Polini fires it across for Grillo. Grillo chipped it in deep. Kelly waited for the pressure to come to him before making the move, and now he skates out cleanly before passing it to Wodica. Polini off the boards and out. It's a 2-on-2 rush. Ribeiro's back checking for Bethpage. Shot on goal from Keene. Gets through, but goes just wide. Keene swiping at it, trying to keep it in, but Kelly using his body to get that puck out. Finds Likarentsos. Likarentsos goes to chip it. Doesn't go. Lissica's there to pick up. Lissica pass for Likarentsos. Likarentsos scores! Gets Braglia to come out for the diving poke check. We see the newly invented selfie celly from Stavros Likarentsos.
I love that. That was great.
Giving the Eagles the lead, 3-2.
Oh, what a great play by Lissica. Again, his poise with the puck is so key for this team. He does a great job by just kind of like holding that puck for a second and drawing those defenders up to him and just kind of giving the other guys that are crashing the net on Braglia a little bit more space and just drawing those guys, like we talked about earlier, the chess match, making guys make moves before. Excuse me, kind of lost my track there. But anyway, sorry, Lissica making a great play. His poise with the puck, allowing him to give space to Likarentsos and him just burying it back on Braglia.
And Braglia, not much he could have done there. He tried to do the dive and poke check, but a nice move from Likarentsos. He caught the pass and made no hesitation. He took one step to the middle and was able to fire it into the yawning cage. So with 10 minutes left here in the game, Bellmore Merrick back down by a goal. Turnover in front. Turning shot from Goldman goes up in the air. It was saved by Belisi. Great opportunity for the Bulldogs off the turnover. Sent back in the zone by Zinman. And Bethpage now looking to go back the other way. McCullough's pass almost got intercepted by Goldman. Shea in there to get it. He goes across the ice, finds Marola. Marola comes back down to the right side, passes it to the left for Lissica, who goes wide, beating Richardson, takes an off-angle shot, draws a rebound, and a nice kick save there from Joseph Braglia. Bulldogs just forced to send it the length of the ice, but it's going to be on net, so no icing. Belisi plays it to Morgan, who makes a pass for Sheehan. Sheehan goes across the ice. Stepping up on him was Barkis. McAuliffe just kind of got caught looking backwards there for the puck.
Yeah, I mean, Barkis kind of read that play just like a book.
Zinman with it now, dishes it over for Drogan, but Zinman just in ahead of the puck, and it's going to be offsides against the Bulldogs. 9:04 to go here in regulation play, and the Bethpage Eagles are looking to close things out here, looking for the sweep here in game number 2. Bellmore Merrick back down 3-2. They're looking for the goal to tie it up. Potentially another one in regulation to get the win. At least one, Luke, to send it to overtime. One forward by Drogan, but it's bouncing, so nobody's able to get possession right away. Buglioni takes a shot that Wodeka got a piece of, and it was gloved down there by Matteo Bellisi. As, Luke, we've definitely heard a lot more of that Bethpage crowd here in the third.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, coming out into this third period, getting an early lead on them with 9 minutes to go, they're definitely rowdy and ready to watch their team hoist that trophy.
And just looking to give their boys energy. Shot from Rolston goes high and into the corner. That one's kept in the zone. Comes back up to the point. Barkis' shot gets deflected in front, saved and into the corner by Bellisi. Barkis there, unable to keep it in that time. Takes a check from Wodeka, comes out of the zone. Buglioni up for Rolston. He gets it right back. Buglioni walks in now. He fans on his shot. Tries to pass it up to Rolston, but it's intercepted by Licarensos, who chips it off the boards. Wodeka chasing after it. Licarensos just behind the red line, so that one's going to be an icing and a face-off down in the Eagles' end to the right of Matteo Bellisi. 8:25 to go, period number 3. Eagles on top by a score of 3-2. Eagles on top in the series, 1-0. They're looking to wrap things up tonight as the faceoff comes back out of the zone. Zinman goes D-to-D for Richardson. Richardson sends it right back in on a wraparound. Verdi's there to stop. Comes up the near side board. Zinman pitches in, keeps it alive. He walks into a shot blocked by Verdi. Kicked back out in front. Puck still loose. Put on goal by Zinman. It's still loose and covered up by Matteo Bellisi. And just a loose puck battle in front there, Luke. Everyone's kind of whacking at it. Not sure if Bellisi initially saw where it ended up, but he saw it come into that blue paint and did what he could to jump right on top of it.
Yeah, like I said earlier, we're seeing a lot of those, and you know, both goaltenders have been doing a good job at tracking that puck, especially Bellisi. I mean, he's been very calm in that blue paint, kind of just waiting to find that little black disc and just kind of hop on it right away when he can.
Bulldogs have possession. Polini gets it behind the net, sends it up the boards. Zinman pinches to keep it in the zone. 2 Eagles on him. Puck gets chipped high. Lucci jumps up in the air and gloves it down to keep it in the zone. Nice play there, showing off the athleticism. Polini in front of the Eagles bench now. Cycles it into the corner, but poked off the stick. Sent the length of the ice, and it's going to be another icing going against Bethpage. .734. And Luke, I know you've been in these situations. I've been in these situations. If you're the Eagles, it just seems like that clock is taking forever, I'm sure. Every second feels like an hour.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've definitely come out into this third period knowing that, you know, they kind of gave up a little too much in the first and second period. They allowed Bellmore to kind of get their feet planted into this game. And, you know, I really like what they're doing in this third period, kind of taking away the middle of the ice, which was such a key component of this game in the first 2 periods.
Cleaning out front and fanning on the one-timer was Zinman. But if it got through, I'm not sure if Bellisi would have saw it, as there was a lot of bodies in front of his eyes. Braglia comes out to stop it behind the net. Richardson picks it up from him. Carrying out of the zone. Pass goes forward for Polini, but takes a couple of hops. So Sheehan's able to step up and send it back down towards the Bulldog side of the ice. It's in front of the Bulldogs bench now. Still in front of the bench on the boards. Lucci comes out with it. He cuts to the middle. And Goldman doing what he could to stay on sides there, but Lucci realizes he needs to get some more space. Dishes one over for Lenz. Lenz gets tripped up. No call coming. Lucci keeps it alive. Finds it once again in his feet. Backhands one into the corner. Goldman chases after it. Goldman in a battle with Kelly. Vitale there to help out. That comes out of the zone. And Luskoff coming off the bench picks it up. Chips it off the boards, goes to chase. Lissica chips it right out, and then whacking at it. Marola sending it down the ice. Icing waved off there as puck was rolling and Grillo was pretty close to it. Pops off of Luskov's stick, but a diving effort gets that puck out of the zone. Morgan goes back for Kelly. Kelly goes off the boards and up. Comes off of Lenz's stick. Pass goes forward for Vitale. Vitale gets it back now, coming in the left wing side. Tries to make a backhander to the middle. Nobody with him. Off of Licarenzos into the half wall. He flips it high and out of the zone. Could be on net at Braglia. It is, so there's not going to be an icing. And with Wodeka pressuring, Braglia is forced to cover that one up. It's going to be a face-off in the Bulldogs' end. 5:51 left. And Luke, we just talked about the Bethpage side where it may seem like this clock's taking forever. I'm sure if you're on the Bulldog side, it seems like that clock is going super quick.
Yeah.
Licarenzos wins the faceoff back. Sheehan takes a shot, blocked there by Drogan. Goes to the half wall. Drogan takes the body, tries to come away with the puck, but Wodeka gets it. His shot goes off the blocker of Braglia. Picked up by Lenz. Lenz moving up the right side. Tries to pass it across for Drogan, just out of his reach, but takes a bounce. Sheehan gets it. Morgan now goes to the middle for Licarenzos. Doesn't get to him. Rolston has it. Rolston up the boards for Drogan. Drogan in wide. Stops up. Pass for Rolston. Just behind him, but he maintains possession again. Shot goes through. Rebound comes out. Buglioni picks it up for Rolston. His pass is behind Drogan. Goes through for Grillo. Comes right off of the stick of Drogan there, and Belisi sees it come towards him, so he slides over and picks it up. Lissica stepping in the dot for the Eagles. Drogan for the Bulldogs. Drogan wins it over to the wall for Rolston, but Rolston's pass to the D gets intercepted by McAuliffe. Puck in the middle of the ice. Richardson just has to whack at one, but it comes off the boards in a nice way for Drogan, who carries it into the zone. Still on the half wall to battle. Stepping in and taking a shot there was Zinman, and Belisi's forced to cover it up. 4:52. We're inside the final 5 minutes. Bethpage Eagles definitely starting to feel it. They can see the finish line. Bellmore Merrick not going down without a fight. They've had a lot of possession in the last couple of minutes. They're putting a lot of pucks on net as well. Faceoff gets one to the half wall. It's kept in the zone there by Zinman, who elects to come back down that same side half wall. Morola's there to pick it up. He goes high off the glass, comes off the stick of Richardson, and he picks it up at his own blue line. Gets the red, fires it into the opposite corner. Morola's there, first to touch for Bethpage. He goes off the glass as well. Zinman pinches in, keeps it in the zone, but Merola gets it right back. Goes to the opposite side of the sheet to get it out. Richardson steps up and dumps it right back in. 4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in period number 3. Off the boards and jumps McAuliffe's stick, but Corso might get there first for Bethpage. He takes some contact from Richardson. Corso and Richardson still battling. Richardson flips it out of the zone. Right back in, though, from Merola. Exactly 4 minutes remain. To the half wall. Cutting back with it, Pellini goes over for Richardson. He stretches the ice, finds Lucci. Lucci on the right wing side. He pulls up. Cycles it down low for Zinman. Zinman tries to go to the front, off the side of the cage. Kept in the zone by Pellini. Pellini back in down low. Kelly there for Bethpage, but Keene giving chase. He goes high off the glass, and that one gets out of the zone. 3.5 remaining. Barkas stretches the ice once again for Lucci. That jumps over his stick, and Belisi is able to push it to the corner. Stolen off of his stick by Pellini, but a bouncing puck. Can't find Drogan. Chipped in, and here comes Stavros Licarenzos. Shot. That one goes wide. Best chance the Eagles have had since Licarenzos scored that third goal. Going D to D. Kelly tries to get it out. That one comes off the glove of Buglioni. Picking it up is Lenz, who backhands it into the zone. Jake Kelly there to pick up. Leaves it for Marco Lissica. Buglioni applying some pressure on him. Drogan in to help out. 2:50 to go. Buglioni, Drogan still battling. Lissica came in, and Lenz's slap shot goes just high and wide. Bounces over Barkas' stick. Wodeka slides in to pick it up. He makes a move. Gets around Lenz. Coming out is Braglia, and he's forced to cover that up and take the whistle. 2 minutes, 31 seconds remaining in regulation. The Eagles are on top by a score of 3-2. And they are 2 minutes and 31 seconds away from calling themselves champions. Bulldogs doing everything they can right now to get back in this one, tie this up, and send it to overtime. They've had their chances. Bethpage trying to stifle him. Licarensos in the face-off dot against Sean Keene. Keene wins it to the half wall, and it's the Bulldogs who are breaking out in the feet of Lucci. Pellini slaps it into the zone. Keene giving chase. Verdi there to touch. To the far side boards. Pellini makes a move to the middle for Lucci. Now at the point. Richardson's shot gets blocked by Wodeka. Lucci forced to go backwards to regroup. He stops up, comes off the boards to Lenz in the feet of Wodeka. Now comes off of Keene. Pellini picks it up now, sends it out wide to Keene. Keene sends it towards the net, but comes off some bodies. Looks like that one hit Licarensos. And now Morgan gives chase with some speed, trying to win the battle, but Richardson comes away with it. Chance for the Bulldogs here if they move up ice quick. Pellini carries in. Dishes for Lucci. Lucci's shot gets blocked by Verdi. Goes out wide for Lenz. Lenz tries to drop it to the point. Almost knocked out of the zone by Morgan. Into the corner for Lenz. He moves it out front for Keene. His shot doesn't go. Arm up in the air. We're getting a penalty called. Whistle goes. It's going against the Bethpage Eagles. Based on the reaction, I want to say it's going against Jake Kelly. Not what you want if you're the Eagles. Just a minute 26 left in this game. It's a 3-2 lead that the Eagles have, but now they're going down a man. Bellmore Merrick's going to call the timeout here. Luke, we saw a similar situation in the quarterfinals. A timeout was called in the waning moments of the game. It was an offensive zone face-off. It was the Syosset Braves versus the VSSL Storm. Syosset was down 2-1. They were able to tie it up with just 10 seconds left in the game. So we never say never here, you and I. We've seen it all, I think, this season. And a comeback here for the Bellmore Merrick Bulldogs is absolutely feasible and on the table.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, Jake Kelly's just doing his job in front of the net, trying to lock up guys in front. Unfortunately, just gets his stick caught up in between Keene. And Keene just got the shot off, but didn't really get what he wanted off of that. So I assume that's obviously why he's going to the box. A little bit of a hooking call, but you know what? Bethpage down their top defenseman. They're going to need to, have top guys out there. I think they're going with Lissica on the draw. And, they got Marola out there now. He's one of their speedsters. He's willing to get in front of those pucks, get into the dirty areas of the ice and, do his job as well to get this puck down to the end of the ice. And you know what? It's in their favor as well because they do have a minute and a half to go with 2 minutes on the clock for Bellmore's power play. They can just ice the puck as much as they want. But I think here now what we're going to have is an empty net from Bellmore, which is a very smart move. They just have to win the draw in order to get this going. Once they get possession, obviously get to the center of the ice. I think they got to have one guy in front of the net, and that's what they got to do in order to get this game tied up. Drogan,
Keene, Rolston, Buglioni, Zinman out there for Bellmore Merrick. Can't forget Lucas Lucci, Lissica, Licarensos, Sheehan, and Marola for the Eagles killing this one. 6-on-4 attack, 1:15 to go. Zinman for Rolston. Rolston to the net, saved by Belisi.
Yeah, Belisi just gobbled that up real quick. I mean, listen, they're moving him a little bit, but you're taking a little too much time shooting that puck, and he's going to gobble those up real quick and easy.
Face off to the left of Matteo Belisi. Lissica steps in against Keene. Keene uses his skates to win it. Lissica pokes at it, kept in the zone. Shot on goal by Drogan, goes just wide, almost deflected in front by Buglioni. Sent down the length of the ice by Marola. Will it go? Just wide.
Wow.
We're under a minute to go here, period number 3.
That had to have been at least 5 inches away from the net.
Very close. Drogan dishes it to the middle. Buglioni makes a move under the glove of Marola. Lucci falls. He's able to keep it in. Sent out, but kept in once more by Lucci off the stick of Zinman. Marola has it again. Sends it down the length of the ice. And that one goes just wide. Lissica's going to touch first. He wraps it around. He puts that one off the side of the net. 30 seconds to go. Zinman with the puck. Dishes it over for Rolston. Rolston enters the zone through the middle, cuts to the net. Rolston up 5-0, save Belisi on the rebound. At the point for Zinman. Zinman's shot gets through, rebound again, still loose, hammering at it, Keane, and that's underneath Belisi. 14.9 seconds to go.
Unbelievable stop by Belisi, just getting the edge of his skate on that 2-on-1. Wow.
You see Lissica, he was laying inside of the net, trying to play goalie. Laying behind Belisi. Bethpage is going to call a timeout here. They want to get those 4 guys on the ice a little bit of rest. 14.9 remaining here in regulation. Bellmore Merrick going to take advantage here as Bethpage called the timeout. They have some time. They can draw up a quick play here. I said it in the last timeout. There's plenty of time left. We saw it happen in the quarterfinals. Bellmore Merrick going to look for their shooters, and potentially the biggest face-off of the season for the Bethpage Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you're putting in your strongest man. I believe that the face-off is to the right of Belisi. I gotta say they're going to put Licarensos in on the draw. He's their strong guy, and you know Bellmore Merrick's going to have somebody to match him up. He's been winning draws all night with his strength.
As things stands, Licarensos has the game-winning goal. Came in this period. It was his 3rd of the playoffs. It was 4:34 in. Face-off to the right of Belisi. Licarensos in the dot, taking on Drogan. Face-off is won back by Licarensos. Marola wraps it around the boards. Kept in by Zinman into the corner. Lucci gives chase with Marola. Marola has it. He's looking to eat it. 5 seconds on the clock. Pucks comes out to the middle. Drogan with a turning shot. Blocked. Blocked again. Out in front. Underneath Belisi. That's going to do it. Equipment in the air. Sticks are flying. And the Bethpage Eagles are soaring. They are your 2023-2024 NYIHSHL champions. Luke, what a game that was. You see the passion from the players on the ice. They immediately went to the glass to celebrate with their fans, now coming to celebrate with the coaching staff. And a 3-2 win for the Eagles. Luke, I'd love your analysis on the series and this game in general as we continue to watch the Eagles celebrate their championship win.
Yeah, well, I got to say, right off the hop from game 1, Bethpage has just been so outstanding on both ends of the ice, defensively, offensively, and the goaltending. I mean, come on. Just absolutely outstanding play from Belisi. Just, you know, obviously not just bailing his guys out, but standing on his head. The senior goaltender getting his county championship win as a senior. His family and friends are here to watch. He's had all the help in the world from all the forwards, all the defensemen. And, you know, like we said earlier, going into the intermission, Bellmore came out with an edge tonight. You know, they were facing elimination, which they were eliminated tonight. Bethpage came away with the win. But you know what? Bethpage went into that locker room and kind of realized, hey, we're letting them play here. We're letting them kind of match our intensity and our aggressiveness. And, you know, we said before, like coming into the 3rd period, it was tied. And you got to take it like a 0-0 game. And that's exactly what they did. They kind of came into the 3rd period saying like, all right, we got a 15-minute game here, 1 period to go. Let's come back out on top like we were in the first game, as well as in the 1st and 2nd period. And I'm not saying that they had no aggressiveness in the 1st and 2nd period. They did. It's just Bellmore totally matched that. But you know what? They came out with an even bigger edge than the 1st and 2nd period, and they put this game away. And hats off to the coaching staff. Hats off to all the players and the goaltending squad. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. I mean, Belisi, that final 2-on-1 save was just remarkable. Stretching across the ice, showing that, you know, he is the #1 goaltender here, and he is the best goaltender on the ice tonight. Like I said before, hats off to the coaching staff and hats off to the Bethpage Eagles organization. Great game.
Real quick, want to just say hats off to the Bellmore Merrick Bulldogs on an incredible season. They absolutely deserved to be here in this final Didn't go their way this time, but I'm sure they'll be back.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, listen, like I said before, they matched the intensity both in the first and second period. Obviously, game one, they came out a little flat. Didn't really, like we mentioned earlier in these playoff games, you kind of feel these teams out a little bit in these certain scenarios, especially in the playoffs. But you got to try and not do that. But, they gave it their all tonight in the first and second period, third period as well.
With a trophy lift from the Eagles as they go celebrate with their fans. Well-deserved win. Luke, sorry to cut you off there.
No, no problem.
I'm sure our fans at home stayed with us for this trophy celebration and got to see that.
Yeah, no, I was pretty much done wrapping it up there. But like you said, hats off to Bellmore Merrick. They played a great game, showing that they deserve to be here 100%. I mean, listen, first game obviously didn't go their way, but, they left it all out there tonight on the ice in this championship game and unfortunately came up short. But
well-deserved win by the Eagles. They're soaring here in 2023-2024. They are the varsity champions in the New York Islanders High School Hockey League. Well-deserved there from the Eagles as they continue their celebrations. We want to thank you for joining us throughout the playoffs here on the Long Island Sports Network. We've got more hockey always coming here. JV playoffs coming up soon in a couple weeks here in Nassau. And that should be exciting as well. On behalf of the entire crew behind the scenes, my name's Travis Quigley. Luke Judge with me to my left. We want to thank you for tuning in, sticking with us throughout the playoffs, and we will absolutely see you here next time for some more hockey.